Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I'm very happy to see you again here in our online class, and I was having this idea to continue Srimad Bhagavatam classes. I already started in Bangalore. We started Srimad Bhagavatam there, and we were moving up to second chapter and of Srimad Bhagavatam, the first canto. So I think it is the best idea to continue also. So sometimes we change topics. Sometimes we have a class on Chaitanya Charitamrita, sometimes we have our general topic on Varnashrama system. So today we will listen from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is no different than Krishna, and actually if we worship Srimad Bhagavatam, it is enough to achieve the supreme perfection. So we have this great opportunity. I don't know in India now it is Radhashtami or not. We have Radhashtami tomorrow, and just therefore I was not planning to speak on this topic. Okay, maybe we will touch it also. So today Srimad Bhagavatam, the first canto, chapter 2, text number 4. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mujirayet. Narayanam, the personality of Godhead. Namah Kritya, after offering respectful obeisances. Naram Cha Eva, and Narayana Rishi. Nara Uttamam, the supermost human being. Devim, the goddess. Saraswatim, the mistress of learning. Vyasam, Vyasadeva. Tataha, thereafter. Jayam, all that is meant for conquering. Udirayet, be announced. The translation. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. The purport. All the Vedic literatures and the Puranas are meant for conquering the darkest region of material existence. The living being is in the state of forgetfulness of his relation with God due to his being overly attracted to material sense gratification from time immemorial. His struggle for existence in the material world is perpetual, and it is not possible for him to get out of it by making plans. If he at all wants to conquer this perpetual struggle for existence, he must re-establish his eternal relation with God. And one who wants to adopt such remedial measures must take shelter of literatures such as the Vedas and the Puranas. Foolish people say that the Puranas have no connection with the Vedas. However, the Puranas are supplementary explanations of the Vedas, intended for different types of men. All men are not equal. There are men who are conducted by the mood of goodness, others who are under the mood of passion, and others who are under the mood of ignorance. The Puranas are so divided that any class of men can take advantage of them and gradually regain their lost position and get out of the hard struggle for existence. Srila Sutta Goswami shows the way of chanting the Puranas. This may be followed by persons who aspire to be preachers of the Vedic literatures and the Puranas. Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless Purana, and it is especially meant for them who desire to get out of the material entanglement permanently. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam jirayet. So, by the mercy of Srila Gurudev, by the mercy of the previous acharyas, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, by the mercy of Shri Nityananda Prabhu, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Shri Radha and Krishna, we will continue. Listen from Srimad Bhagavatam. And here is the Sutta Goswami. Before he offered respects to his Guru, now he offered respects to Devata, presiding deity, and others. Nara Narayana are designated as the presiding deities of this work. Why? Because they have authority over the place where Vyasa wrote this work, Srimad Bhagavatam, in Badarikashram, where Nara Narayana presides. So we always also glorify the presiding deities. The Devata or subject of the Bhagavatam is Krishna. That means the subject of the Shastra is Devata, the worshipable one. Narottamam, that means Krishna. Saraswati is the Shakti. So that means, why we saying we worship Shakti? This Saraswati doesn't mean the material deity. The material goddess Saraswati worshipped in India when Saraswati Puja Day. No. In the spiritual world exist counterparts to the devatas of the material world, who assist the Lord in his pastimes there. This is called Divya Saraswati. And this Divya Saraswati, actually, she gave Krishna mantra to Lord Brahmaji. In Brahma Samhita we can see. Then another thing is there. The word Cha indicates sage rishi of this work. That is also important. Before reciting a mantra or a scripture, is it customary to utter the name of the sage who revealed that mantra. For example, when we chant Gayatri mantra, we remember Vishwamitra Muni. So here Vyasa is the person who revealed. Then another thing is the matter. When we speak about the matter, we also should remember when we chanting some mantra, we remember the matter. Here is Gayatri, the form of the Lord, who is the subject of the mantra. This Gayatri is a special form of the Lord also. The bija of the work or mantra, we can say Om. The Shakti of the work or mantra in Saraswati, and the Devata, Adhishtata Devata, Nara Narayana, and the purpose of uttering the mantra. So the purpose is Prema Pumartha Mahan, Krishna Prema. So we just, before we start, actually that means we have to pray. Before we touch the scripture, before we touch the Shastra, we have to pray and we need blessings. We can pray just to our Gurudev. That is enough, actually. Because our Gurudev revealed everything for us. So we see here. And since the first verse of Bhagavatam begins with Om, this is the bija of this work is Om, mantra, Om Omkara. And reference also to Gayatri in the first shloka, Satyam Param Dhimahi. So having offered respects to these persons, finally we should utter Jaya, Jaya Dhvani. Jaya Vyasadeva ki Jaya, Jaya Naranarayana Rishi ki Jaya. And also Jaya Shri Krishna. Just we raise our hands, like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said in the purport to this verse. He said, we have to raise our hands and say, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Naranarayana Rishi, Jai Srila Vyasadeva, Jai Divya Saraswati. And this is the way. And by Sutta, teach other sages of the Puranas to do the same. So Jaya also refers to this scripture. Why? Why Jaya? Because we can conquer, get victory over samsara by studying this scripture. So the meaning would be, one should speak the Bhagavatam. That means Jayam. Jayam also meaning the Bhagavatam. Another meaning of Bhagavatam. And Namaskritya indicates another thing. We have paid dandavat, pay obeisances. And Tato Jayam Ujirayet means the speaker should utter Jaya. Yes, that is some opinion of the sages. And so, and there is one thing is there, because some people they say Tattvamasi, they are uttering another mantra. They say Tvam means me, Tattvamasi means I am Brahman, I am God, Aham Brahmasmi. So why I should glorify himself? I am already Brahman, so no need this Bhagavatam, they say. That means the realization is not pure. Realization is not pure, consciousness is not pure. And Atma actually is situating in everyone's body, and Atma never becomes impure. Only mind and body is becoming impure. Therefore, our mind and body are always changeable. So why we need this Jaya? We need to overcome this samsara. We need to become free from this samsara. Therefore, Jaya is needed. And here another thing is, about the soul. When we glorifying Divya Saraswati, when we glorifying Vyasadev, Narayana Rishi, when we glorifying Bhagavatam, that time we remember we are not this body. We are Atma. Nayam Chindanti Shastrani. The fire cannot burn our Atma. Another thing is there. We are like part and parcel of the Supreme Brahman. We are like part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore, we are saying Jaya. And we need help. We need help because we cannot overcome samsara without the mercy. So therefore we are saying Jaya. And because our consciousness is changeable. Before we look at a burning house, then we are looking at the tree, we are looking at the green color of the leaves, and everything changing. So without the knowledge and consciousness not to be changed, it should remain unchanged. But when it comes to the contact with the senses, it is changing. And the main thing is there, Krishna never changed. Bhagavatam never changed. Whatever transformation is there, that is only due to Maya, external energy of Bhagavan Krishna. Therefore we need to say Jaya, because we need to overcome this. We should have determination to do it. And when someone is realizing the change, the transformation, how we can say that I'm not the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord? So that is called false identification. Like, why we glorify Divya Saraswati? Why we not glorify Saraswati in this material world? Because demigods, the devatas, sometimes they puffed up due to their Shakti power. One time Bhagavan came and sat down. He assumed the form of the very old Brahman. And that time Agni Deva, fire demigod, was passing through. Then Agni Deva asked, "Hey, who are you?" And Brahman looked at him and said, "Who are you? Hey, you don't know me? I am Agni Deva. I am fire devata. So what can you do? I can burn everything." And the Brahman put one straw in front of him. The demigod tried so much, but he could not burn the straw. Then Vayu came. Vayudeva came. Vayudeva asked, "Who are you?" And he says, "Hey, who are you?" "I am Vayudeva. You don't know? I'm air demigod, air devata. So what you can do? I can blow everything. Can you please blow this straw?" So can you blow? So much he tried, but the straw did not shake. Then Indra came, and when Indra came, Brahman disappeared. The Brahman just disappeared. That was the lesson. The main thing is that we are very tiny. We have no Shakti. And Bhagavan is having so many Shaktis. Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. So many types of Shakti. And this Divya Saraswati is Bhagavan's Shakti in the spiritual world. Therefore we worship Divya Saraswati. Not just material Saraswati to get some material name, fame, just some knowledge in this material world. No. We need Divya Saraswati. We need the real knowledge. This material Saraswati is just expansion of this Saraswati in the spiritual world. And we have no Shakti. Therefore we worship Shakti. Bhagavan, we worship Bhagavan and worship his Shakti. Nikshaktika it is called. But Jiva is having so much pride. And this is bewilderment of Jiva. So why Jiva is having so much false ego? So much ahankara? That is the question. Because Jiva is now under the influence of Bhagavan Krishna's external energy, Maya. So Jiva is thinking that he is undergoing so many transformations. But actually there is no transformation for Jivatma. Jivatma is always unchanged. So where from this knowledge we will get? Where from this realization will come? In Bhakti-Sadhana Saraswati Thakur said, this realization is possible only through the cyclic succession, by descending order. But we don't want this. We want ascending order. We want to climb up, but we don't want descending order. That means we are so foolish. And Bhakti-Sadhana Saraswati Thakur said, Jiva is depending only on descending order. Jiva is not depending on ascending order. Otherwise, Jiva cannot realize himself. Like, for example, we want to see, but as long sunlight will not touch our eyes, we cannot see. We cannot understand the existence of the sun. We have to depend on descending order. Otherwise, we cannot understand who we are. Therefore, we are saying Jaya. Because it is our humbleness. And this way, we also, this is the way how to understand ourselves. Since Bhagavan is well-wisher of all the living entities, he is making arrangement how the living entities will get the knowledge by which they can know who am I. So, like, we can lose our teeth, we can lose our vision, we can become blind, but we still claiming, oh, I am Supreme Brahman. But Bhagavan Krishna has given the process. We have just to follow this process. And that process is to listen from a bona fide source. This is the process. And those who are listening with pure heart, immediately they feel that Bhagavan is sitting in their heart. The Bhagavan is coming and sitting in their heart. Yes, many people, they have desire just to jump immediately, to go inside Leela's pastimes of Bhagavan Krishna. Because Bhagavan is called Leela Purushottama. Krishna is called Leela Purushottama because he has done so much Leela. And we also will enter into this Leela. This is very nice. And some of people, they not praying to Vyasadeva, to Narayana Rishi. No, no need. They just want to jump, like it was one person, Bishikeshana. Yes, Bishwakshena, yeah? In Orissa. He was doing rasa dance with young women, with other wives. Yeah. He himself was Krishna. He himself was Krishna, coming with other women and doing rasa at night. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur arrested him. He arranged his arrest. Because this is all artificial way. So we want to do lila, we want to enter into lila, but in artificial way. And that is impossible, to enter into Bhagavan's lila by artificial way. We have the process. And that process is to listen. And then chanting, Shravanam and Kirtanam. So what is the body and what is the Atma? We have to understand it. So for example, one wants to go, like for example, he wants to go to cinema to watch movies, but suddenly by accident he lost his two legs. He cannot go to cinema. Another man wanted to embrace woman, but he lost his two hands. He cannot. And one has lost his legs and hands, but if he is Atma Tattvavid, he is embracing Krishna by his Atma, and he feels himself so much blissful, even no legs, no hands, but still he is embracing Bhagavan Krishna because his Atma is having hands and legs. Yes. And actually the body is having hands and legs, but Atmas, our heart, our heart, Atma's hands and legs are not like this. Atma is having also hands and legs, but very pure, non-material, spiritual. Therefore Atma will get all types of pleasure by using all the limbs of the spiritual body. Like Bilvamangal Thakur. He pierced his two eyes, he became blind, and Bhagavan came in the form of the little covered boy. Hey, where do you go? He said, Bhagavan walking with him towards Vrindavan. And when they entered into Vrindavan, then this small boy said, I leave you. Now I go to my village. Then Bilvamangal Thakur said, where you will go? Where do you go? Already I bound you in my heart. You cannot go. That means he already was having Atma Darshan. By Atma Chakshu, but spiritual eyes, he was getting Atma Jnana. Knowledge. He was seeing the Krishna. He was seeing Krishna by this is called Atma Jnana. Knowledge by Atma. No need of this knowledge coming from this body, and coming from the contact with senses, material senses, no need. Because is Atma Tattvavid, means he knows Atma Tattva, the spiritual science, very nicely. And this is Atma Upalabdha, the self-realization. Depends on what? So how we can get it? This is a question. How we can get this realization? By Krishna's causeless mercy. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.9.32. Yavanaham yatha bhavo yadrupaguna karmaka tataiva tattva vijnanam astute madanugrahat. All of me, namely my actual eternal form and my transcendental existence, color, qualities and activities, let all be awakened within you by factual realization out of my causeless mercy. As Bhagavan said to Brahma. But the Jiva, what he is doing? Without of depending on the mercy of Krishna, Jiva is using his own intelligence and concocting many things. Yes, he is making an image according to his intelligence. Oh, Bhagavan is impersonal. Bhagavan is just like a light. A light will give so much bliss. These are all concoctions. It's called manodharma, mental speculation. Mental speculation factory. Bhakti-Sadhana Maharaj spoke. Mental speculation factory is manufacturing one form. Therefore, Bhagavan said, I manifest before Jiva. I manifest myself. Only thing is that you should become pure. That's all. Your consciousness should be pure. Then I will manifest before you. And you just speculating and trying make form, my mental form, according to your concoction of your mind. So I remember Bhakti-Sadhana Maharaj, he spoke that two things are very important. If you want to get real Atma Darshan, pure consciousness and seva. These two things are important. So, if we have this mentality, Krishna will manifest immediately before us. He said like that. So, first of all, our Chaitanya, our consciousness will be pure, and we will serve. Then Krishna is saying, I will manifest before you. And those who are depending on their own ability or potency, whatever they have, they cannot understand the word which is coming from the spiritual sky. It's having so much potency. So transcendental sound vibration, so much Shakti is there, we cannot imagine. How much Shakti is there. Like Srila Prabhupada, he was having this faith. He just alone, he started this journey towards USA. And USA is not good place for Krishna consciousness, of course. But he came there without any fear, just depending on Krishna. Because it's transcendental sound vibration, very powerful. The same thing, Prabhupada, he knew, he just came to Russia, to Moscow, that time Soviet Union, for 3 days only. He did not do kirtan on the street or Mahamantra chanting. Just one boy came to him, one student. He wanted to buy jeans, some clothes, because foreigners in Soviet Union, they were selling something from the West. When Prabhupada gave him Bhagavad Gita, and he made him devotee. After some time, he sent Japamala to him, and the name Ananda Shanti. Yeah, he was uneducated, completely uneducated. But he started preaching all over the Soviet Union. And he was also sannyasi 1 year. No more than 1 year, because uneducated completely. He didn't know what does it mean to be sannyasi. But 1 year he was traveling with Danda in Soviet Union. You cannot imagine. And also after that they put him in the mental hospital. He was there many, many years. They broke him. They took everything away from him. And they took away his mala given by Prabhupada. They took away all his books. When he just was chanting Mahamantra in the mind and lips were moving, they were putting some injection, they putting some drugs. They wanted to kill him. He did not die. And he said, they took everything away from me. Only small calendar I have. This calendar was date. Prabhupada promised, I will come this date. I will come again to Soviet Union this date. And I just draw the line here, just so that this date, I'm waiting this day when Prabhupada will come. But Prabhupada didn't come, but he was waiting. So this calendar, they did not take, but he was keeping. He said, only one thing I was hearing from Prabhupada, this. So that day Prabhupada promised, I will come, I will try to come. But Prabhupada could not come. Prabhupada left this world. But Prabhupada knew Krishna consciousness will be distributed everywhere, all over the world. There is no fear, no compromise, because Hare Krishna Mahamantra is having so much Shakti. Still not, we cannot say that all the world has got Mahamantra now. No, no. All the countries have got Mahamantra, no. We have slowly growing, but actually cannot, because Shakti is needed. And for Shakti we need pure consciousness. Pure consciousness, one. Second is Seva. Two things are important. And for that we need some conditions. We need some nice situation. Yes, because circumstance should be favorable. Otherwise, we cannot be focused on this process. Therefore, Prabhupada established so many temples. Prabhupada established this organization, institution. Still, it can become obstacle in our advancement. We should know this. And so much Shakti is there in Mahamantra. Prabhupada was having this faith. If one is having pure heart, he will listen Krishna Katha. He doesn't need anything. Krishna is present with him always. So no question of imagination. Many preachers, they are preaching in social media, YouTube. They, like Bhakti-Sadhana Saraswati could call them, platform speaker. They're speaking so much, pravachanas. But are they making any effort to purify souls listening to them? Are they making any effort for that? And is it the real seva? That means seva we are doing for the pleasure of Krishna, not for our own pleasure. That is very important thing. So therefore, sometimes we see we are not advancing, and our mission is not advancing. Prabhupada mission, Prabhupada movement. So much politics and fighting, struggling. So why it is happening? That is the reason. Because these two things we forgot. That is the basement actually. Pure consciousness and seva. So we continue. Why we need Krishna Katha? We need transcendental sound vibration. But now, what is the standard now we are having? Prabhu, everybody wants to speak long classes. Let us make just short class. because for management is needed. 30 minutes is enough. People will be boring, they will not come next time. That means there is no transcendental sound. Because what is our goal? Because if Vishwaksena Kathasu, we have to develop this taste to Vishwaksenu Katha, to Krishna Katha, to spiritual sound vibration. Not just to attract people and to dance and enjoy like that. That is our goal, the main goal. We have to go inside, deeper and deeper of Krishna consciousness. Not be on the surface. And you can become serious. Then you can tolerate everything. And yes, Krishna is just in front of you. So Krishna is saying, Bhaktyaham ekayam grahya. So that means only by bhakti you can get me. So that question is, what type of bhakti? By which type of bhakti we can get Krishna very easily? Asraya loya bhaje Tara Krishna nahi teje. This is the song. Asraya labdha bhakti. Asraya labdha bhakti. That means this bhakti we can get by taking shelter of the pure devotee. We can get this bhakti after taking shelter of the pure devotee. So who can give shelter to us? We can think that Supreme Lord can give shelter. Bhagavan can give shelter, yeah? Or Bhakta. So how we can understand who can give shelter to us? Therefore Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, first you beg for shelter, then the bhakti will come, and by that bhakti you can get Krishna. This is very easily processed, but we are bewildered. So now we can very easily, cheaply can get shelter. Just the president will put me in the shelter list, and after some time I will get Diksha. No problem. After getting Diksha I have spiritual name, I have some position in society, like that. No, this is real shelter. Did you beg for shelter? You got shelter from president, or you got shelter from Krishna? That is the question. You pray to Krishna. Begging shelter doesn't mean Krishna will fulfill your desire. I begging for shelter, that doesn't mean I will get some position, I will become such and such person, because I will be Dikshita initiated, like that. But why we are getting shelter? Most of the time we are getting shelter to fulfill our own desire, because we have some desire inside. Many people, they want to join some institution, some organization. Why? Because they want to be, they want to take, they want the care, somebody to care about, take care about them. They need, actually, they don't need Krishna, they need mother. And this institution, this organization is like mother, Ma. Therefore so many worship Ma. Kali Ma, Durga Ma. Why? Because of that. Oh, they will protect me, they will give me this, that, and that. So then I will take shelter, of course. Therefore, I am accepting this religion everywhere. The same in our society now also. The same in Muslim societies. Everywhere the same. People just need some institution so that my requirements will be fulfilled, my desire will be fulfilled, all my needs. So I will be peaceful, I will be satisfied. But that is not the real shelter. Because what is my desire? My desire to eat nicely, sleep nicely. My desire to have nice Mataji or nice husband. My desire to be strong, so nobody will disturb me. So because I feel unsafe, maybe in India I go to USA or I go to Canada, I go to Australia. That is my desire. Because ISKCON is international society, you can go everywhere. And because you already initiated, you Brahman, you have some recommendation. So you go everywhere, everybody give you respect. Nice. Very nice. You can go to new place where few devotees are there and you only one initiated and you will start center there. But that your business. You will start business there actually. But you call it I will start center. And not for bhakti. Apasvartha it is called. That means my greed. So much greed I'm having, therefore I want to join. Why not? It's a good idea. International society. Because they will take care about me. That is guaranteed. And no need to accept sannyasa because sannyasa is very difficult. Just can enjoy. So many nice Matajis are there. And also respect from society. So many restaurants. I can work for devotees. Nice. We have companies with devotees. So much greed, yeah? So, but I have taken shelter to get Shreya, to get the ultimate benefit of my life. Not for prayer, which is giving pleasure for my body and mind. So, not like that. So, therefore, we are getting shelter actually to get Shreya, that means to get Seva. Through Seva we can get everything. So in our Shreya path, in the path of the Shreya, we don't need anything material. So we don't need any comfort. So yeah, very difficult when you do seva always the same place. So many obstacles will be there. No bodily comfort, no some disturbance also. So you have to tolerate because to continue seva. And but if you have a comfortable life, bhakti is very far from you. If you just have green card, if you have everything, bhakti is very far from you. Just in this bhakti path you can get everything. You will get father and mother, you will get friends. But if you came to this place, don't search all this. We have joined here. We come here only to get the real occupation of our Atma. The real occupation is Krishna Bhakti. This is the only duty of our Atma. anya bilashita shunyam. That is bhaktir uttama. Therefore we came here. We have kept away karma, jnana and yoga. We have kept away all other desires. We have come to do the service to the Supreme Lord, and that is called Atma Dharma, the duty of the soul. Or we are so much interested in cricket competition, cricket match, cricket, or what we are in, what is our topic of our interest. Bhakti-Sadhana Saraswati Thakur said, how many are listening? Very few. And those who are sitting and listening, how many are really realizing? That is the question. Oh, yeah, I'm disciple of this and that guru. But did you really listen your guru? That is the question. Some deficit is there. So what is deficit? Tattva vid bhakti. Therefore this situation, Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj, he spoke. Therefore we have this situation. Listener number is less, speaker number is also less. Though this, actually very few they coming to speak, because listeners are very less. Even they are very conversant with tattva, but they are not coming to speak. They do their own bhajan. Even tattva with speaker is available, Srila Gaura Govinda Swami Maharaj said. Even we have tattva with speaker available, but listeners are very less. The number of listeners are very less. So Bhakti-Sadhana Saraswati Thakur said, in this world, the people, they are drowning in the existence of the material ocean, but they are claiming, oh, we know everything. We have jnana. Yes, we have jnana. But they drowning. They get pleasure in coming to this world time and again. But question is, why? Why they are coming here again and again? They were all guided by blind men. Blind men. The so-called mundane philosophers. They said, when the body is finished, it will turn to ashes. So only one life, no problem. You have to eat basmati rice and ghee. So if you have just have no money, borrow the nice ghee. If you cannot borrow, just steal. That is a philosophy. So the blind man guiding people. What Rupa Goswami said, prapanchikataya buddhya. Yeah, that a very important shloka. I just Hari sambandhi vastunaha mumukshuggi parityago vairagyam palgo katyate. When persons eager to achieve liberation renounce things related to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, thinking them to be material, their renunciation is called incomplete. That is that is incomplete. That is called, Bhakti-Sadhana Saraswati Thakur said, the people generally don't understand Sanskrit. He said, Bhakti-Sadhana Saraswati Thakur said, even if we spoke in Bengali, they cannot understand. If the Bengali speaker cannot understand Bengali, if we speak such high topics, when the people will be able to understand this shloka, he said, prapanchikataya buddhya, then they will know this is so-called dharma, so-called tapasyas, tyaga, renunciation, just wasting of the time. The wasting of the time. I give up this samsara. I will overcome vanaprastha, sannyasa, but then falling down. They will understand this. It is just wasting your time. Because Bhagavatam, if everything is in Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam is impartial one, niripeksha it is called. So, and those who speak Bhagavata should be impartial one. Otherwise, he will go to hellish planet. Bhakti-Sadhana said. He should speak the truth. Otherwise, he will go to hellish planet. Bhagavatam niripeksha, and speaker should be niripeksha. He should speak the truth. That is important. So then the question, why the speaker is not becoming impartial? Mainly because if I speak the truth, many will leave me. Yes, many will leave them if they speak the truth. So if I speak, who will listen to the truth? If so much fear inside, that other will leave me, other will not give respect to me, so how I can establish the supreme truth? So what is the real conclusion? The real conclusion, I don't need so many followers. I just will establish the supreme truth, but no compromise. The speaker should not have any compromise with Maya. The real speaker will never be disturbed. How many people come to listen to him? How many people listen my class on YouTube? It's not important. Even one person will get the knowledge, will be delivered from this material world. This is our success, Jaya. Therefore we say Jaya. Not like we say Jaya to attract many, many, many. That is not our style. One person will come. Even one person will come if we always speak from acharyas, from shastra, the real truth, one person will come. Definitely. He will be interested in the absolute truth and will come. And Sripad Chandra Maharaj said, and Guru Govinda Swami Maharaj said, Prabhupada said, Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, my Guru Maharaj said, if one will become devotee, just if a sadhu is spending gallons and gallons of spiritual blood, but if one will become devotee after that, activities of the preacher has become successful. Yes. So therefore, teaching, that's very important. Unless one will become the real acharya, the real guru, he cannot teach us. So that's what are the qualities of the real sadhu. If acharya will speak the truth, he can teach us how to become sadhu. If acharya will not speak, how he can make sadhu? Another thing is there. Acharya have to speak. So Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, someone sitting in a lonely place and someone is speaking loudly and his voice secretion is growing, pitta, dosha is growing. Then Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, he called it Chuchundra Kirtan. chuchundra, you know, looks like mouse but with tail and smell very bad, and no one can eat. No, only I heard only one animal can eat this chuchundra. So Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said this is called chuchundra kirtan. So the wicked person, this is not my word, Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, and I heard from Chaitanya Chandra Maharaj. The wicked person is showing allurement, so he just come to me, listen my class. In the name of showing compassion to the jiva, he is really cheating the person. Like when some people they catching the fish, they have catching rod and they using some bite and allurement and hop. Similarly, the hunter also playing very nicely on the flute, and the deer, attracted, and then falling down. So deer will die. So so-called speaker, they just giving us the way to die. This is Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said. Very strong, yeah? We should not imitate this style, but we have to follow. It's very important, because this is truth. This type of the bite on the catching rod or just flute of the hunter, it is just the way how some animals moving to the death. And this, some speakers, they just hunting. They just hunting because they can get name, fame, can get some followers, many followers they can get. And Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, I am ready to spend spiritual blood, 200 gallons of spiritual blood, if one is really want to listen about the absolute truth. But the number of speakers who can speak the truth is very little, and the number of listeners is very little. So how one can achieve Atma Tattva? Just only he is saying Tattvamasi, so you already God. You already have prema. You already have prema. You already can be guru. This is the way. This is the way. All of you have prema. No need to don't think about anarthas. Is it the way, really? How to achieve prema? That is the same way, like they say, impersonalist Mayavadi, they say Tattvamasi. Oh, you are Brahman, you are God. Therefore, Atma Tattva Vid is needed. The person who knows Atma Tattva. And we must pray to Guru and Krishna so that we can patiently listen about Atma Tattva. So we pray today, this is Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottavam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Nara Narayana Rishi, the supremest human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Nanda Kuti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Haribo. Do you have any questions? You can write down any question. Okay, I don't see any question. In this system, I don't know how to arrange nicely. Okay. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Prabhupada, Jai Shri Gurudev. We will continue on the Tuesday. The next class will be on Tuesday. Thank you, Lord. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasinubhyascha patitanam purnabhyascha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.